There was a queen and king of fairies, and they had a fight over one baby.
The queen was like, "No, he's mine. I'm keeping him."
Okay. So they. I'm going into Count Monte Cristo.
The king had this servant who liked to pull pranks, and his name was Puck. And he yelled, "Puck, Puck." So Puck came, and he was thinking of playing a trick on the queen. And so he told Puck to go out and get a magic flower that when you would crush it up, there would be a juice that you could put into the eyes of a person when they were sleeping, and they would fall in love with the first thing they saw. So Puck was off, and when he was gone, the king saw the Demetrius and Helena, and
They were fighting.
Stuff, I guess, with Puck finding the flower. He found it, made a polish out of it, or the potion thing, paste droplets thing, and returned back to the king. Okay, so you have the potion, right? And Puck's, yeah.
So I actually have this new idea with it. Instead of putting it in Titania, instead of putting it in hers. Well, we'll do that later, but first, I found this guy and this girl, and the guy's a big jerk, and the girl's just sweetest little thing I've ever seen, and she's just deeply in love with the guy for some reason. He doesn't deserve her, but so I'm gonna make him deserve her, and I'm gonna make him fall in love with her.
So King gives Puck the explanation of what Demetrius looks like, and then anyway, so Puck goes over to find Demetrius, and meanwhile, and then there's this play, and
they needed a wall, and they didn't have a wall. They'd use a man for the moon, and a guy for the wall.
I am a wall. This is the hole in the wall.
the bottom had to go out, walk away, and
So Puck decided to put Bottom's head as a donkey head. Everyone was like, "Ah, it's a monster! It's a monster!" And they all ran away. And then
yes. And meanwhile, Helena or whatever, Hermia, is with the whatever. Okay, Lysander, and she tells him to go sleep somewhere else because they're really tired, and so they sleep during the day. And so he goes and sleeps somewhere else, and then Puck comes along and sees Lysander and thinks he's Demetrius, and so he comes and puts the stuff in Lysander's eyes, and then Lysander wakes up and doesn't see Hermia and sees Helena, so then he likes Helena and goes and chases after her.
Hermia wakes up and can't find him anywhere, and so she thinks that she made him mad by making him sleep over far away from her.
Puck. Put the flower juice on the queen's eyes. And so when the queen woke up, the first thing she saw was Bottom with the donkey head. And she's like, "Oh, come over here, come to me." And so Puck went back to the king after he saw that. The king thought that was funny. And so a boy ran by with Helen following him. And the king's like, did you put the juice on his eyes? And then he's like, and Puck's like, no. And then he's like, that's the only guy that looks like that. How could you miss him? Puck goes and fixes Demetrius, and so he puts it in Demetrius's eyes, and then Lysander still has it in his eyes, and then they are running and running and running, and then
Here we go. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Hermia finds Lysander, and she's like, "Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you." And then Helena says, "Okay, these guys have been running after me, and it's not funny anymore because they're just, not being funny."
Well, Puck messed up and he made both of the boys like the same girl, and the girls started fighting.
On your feet.
The king goes and says, "Okay, now I need to fix everything." So he puts them all to sleep and puts the white flower drops in Lysander's eyes so that he can see his true love. And then they all wake up and they're all happy, and then after that they go over to Titania, or whatever her name is, Queen, and they put him in her eyes. And then, they put the white things in her eyes after she falls asleep, and they give Bottom his head back.
When they woke up, the donkey guy thought he was dreaming. And when the girls and the boys woke up, they thought they were dreaming too.
Find him, and then after that,
Tanya wakes up, and then she sees Oberon, and then she's like,
How did I get here sleeping on the ground with the mortals all around?
After that, everybody was happy and they were married.
And they lived happily ever after. Baby, hello. many. But you have bumper hair, having present to appear. I don't know.